Time for sports on the AM show with me, Haruna Mubarak. Now, three-time World Boxing Champion Azumah Nelson has been appointed Vice Chairman and Special Technical Advisor to the newly formed Boxing Interim Management Committee. The committee, which was inaugurated on Monday by Sports Minister Kofi Adams, has been tasked with overseeing professional boxing in Ghana. Muftah Nabila Abdullahi has more in this report.
In the early 1980s, Ghana went through a revolution. A revolution many people actually believe divided this country. But guess the tool that was used to unite this country? Boxing. Azumah Nelson, the gentleman who walked into the ring with his own referee and redefined what it meant to be a Ghanaian. There was so much pride, and his victories brought unity, as the celebrations within the Ghanaian community had no political or tribal lines. Today, Ghana boxing is at crossroads. Massive crossroads to the extent that some people, some stakeholders within the boxing community actually marched up to the Ministry of Sports and Recreation in search of the Director General of the National Sports Authority, Yawa Ankra, for the suspension of boxing activities in the country. Ghana boxing is at crossroads, but the Minister of Sports and Recreation, Kofi Adams, actually believed that lots can be done to be able to steady the ship of the sport in this country. There was an emergency stakeholder meeting with all the people involved within the Ghana boxing fraternity, and there was the inauguration of a 9-member committee to steer the affairs of boxing.
As a sector minister, I have every reason to be worried. But I also believe that enough is enough. We cannot sit idle by while the sport we love deteriorates. Ghana boxing is bigger than any individual. It is a national asset that must be preserved and nurtured for generations to come. And it should not be during our time that we bring to a sudden death this sport that has been nurtured and grown and established Ghana at the international level long before other sports did.
The Minister of Sports and Recreation, Kofi Adams, has revealed the tenure of this committee chaired by the Venerable Samir Katan.
The work is staggered. There are some of the issues that we want done may take even a very long time to conclude on them. But the immediate term we are giving them is 3 months. 3 months. They can request for an extension for another period, not more than 30 days. So it is my considered view that some of the work we want them to do, they should be able to do it within maximum 4 months.
Samir Katan will be assisted by Azumah Nelson, the man who was actually the major tool in the unity that Ghana had in the 1980s after the junta. And he's expected to bring his experience to bear to ensure that the sport is brought back to its heydays.
We have accepted this position to streamline boxing back to its glory days. And I believe what I wanted to say, the Honorable Minister have said it all. And I have it on paper too. He has said everything. And we are going to implement it strongly. We take the law. Law is law.
Well, this committee has got 3 months to change the face of Ghana boxing. This sport is a sport that has brought the country together many times. And it shouldn't be a sport that should be at crossroads. Muftau Nabila Abdullahi for Joy Sports.
Now, the Ghana Football Association has submitted a budget of $1.12 million for the Black Stars' upcoming 2026 World Cup qualifiers in October. The budget covers Ghana's away game against the Central African Republic in Casablanca on October 8 before the home clash with Comoros in Accra on October 12.
An estimate that is within acceptable range. And the ministry had no cause to add any comment whatsoever to what was presented, but to just sign a covering letter and to forward this to the office of the president for consideration. And I must commend the FA for responding to this and acting accordingly. The impress, for example, that office of the president had caused to cut the last time had now even been reduced below what was even approved the last time from the office of the president. So what it means that the impress is now 10,000 instead of even the 20,000 that was approved the last time, or the 60,000 that was estimated. So you can see clearly a clear departure from what it is that we had the last time and now, meaning that we all are responding to the issues as directed by His Excellency the President. Some other components that existed in the previous estimates did not find space in these current estimates. What it means is that the FA has also agreed that as part of their management responsibility and some of the other funds that are raised, they could easily take care of issues to do with fueling their buses to perform functions of moving players from their camp to the stadium or any other place to airport and what have you. So all these have been taken care of. So the cost for the away game came to $733,000. Total expenditure for our home game to $387,000. When you put this together, it comes to $1,120,000. That's $733,000 and $387,000.
Now, Black Starlets head coach Prosper Nate Ogum says his side is ready for their semi-final showdown against Nigeria in the Wafu Zone B Under-17 Boys Championship. Ghana head into the clash in high spirits after a 3-1 win over Niger in their final group game. Victory tonight at 7 p.m. will secure the team a place at next year's Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations.
The spirit in camp, the common spirit of the group is very high. Each player looks very confident, looks very ready to make sure that he delivers come tomorrow so that we'll get the results to book a place in Morocco for the AFCON. So technical team players, everybody's excited, everybody's ready to work, and everybody is very hopeful, very confident. In terms of the errors we committed, we've identified them through video sessions. We've tried to practice on them. So we expect that there will be an improvement over the defensive shape that you saw in the last game. And then we also hope that if same situations occur, the errors that were committed, they wouldn't repeat them, because we've shown it to them, they've seen them, and then we have practiced them to correct those errors that they committed. So I'm very confident that we'll have a better defensive shape, a better defensive organization, and then a better defensive focus. Of course, we are at this stage, if you don't score, you don't qualify to the final, and you don't book the ticket to AFCON in Morocco. So once we are aware they score, that's the main reason why we put them there. So I'm very confident, and they are also very confident. The entire team is very confident that once we create the few chances that come our way, we'll be able to convert those chances. So as the head of the technical team and the head of the playing body, I'm very confident that if chances are created.
Now, away from football, as part of efforts to strengthen workplace bonds and promote healthy living, Prudential Bank Ghana held a health walk as staff and management joined in the exercise. My colleague Eyinga Walter was there and has more in this report.
The initiative, dubbed the Step Challenge Special Health Walk, saw staff of the bank walk a distance of about 19 kilometers. The route started from its headquarters in Kanda through Sankara Junction, Karukudi Road, Airport Junction, the 37 Military Hospital, the Jubilee House, and then back to the headquarters. Led by the Human Resource Administrator, Lillian Enchua Asante, the walk was described as a spectacle.
We set aside 4 months as a health month because we realize that most people think that when you do a health event, it's a one-day event. You do a health walk one day, one Saturday, finish, have a party, and that is it. But we wanted to ensure that people develop the habits and that it becomes a culture to put your health at the forefront of your mind. So we set aside 4 months. So in June, we had our health check. It was mandatory. Every employee had to go through the health check. And then from July through to September, we did a step challenge. So we virtually walked from Accra to Tamale, and we had teams of 8, and each team had to do at least 3,700 kilometers.
The managing director, Mr. Edward Comey, added that the health walk was also a step towards building stronger bonds among employees.
So apart from the health benefits, i.e. having healthy minds and healthy bodies now, I think for us as a corporate firm, we're looking at the employee camaraderie, where we break that silo between the senior folks and the junior folks now. So an opportunity for us to come together as a team now, for us to be more creative and more innovative now. So we break all those silos now. But I think for us, it's one of the main means of trying to bring the staff together now for us to foster with one mind towards serving of our clients.
Some employees who took part also shared their experiences, describing the walk as both refreshing and rewarding.
Well, it was exciting. The truth of the matter is, for some time now, I haven't been exercising. However, with this kind of initiative from HR, we've been able to exercise perfectly over the period. And this exercise and this aerobics is so exciting. I'm excited to be part of this team.
As they say, a healthy body is a healthy mind. Well, we are doing this, to show the bondage between, the staff, and also to invite the public to do business with us.
The work was so nice. It was very good, so energizing, and it's good to always keep fit. Once in a while, we have to exercise our bodies and keep our bodies in shape. So we really enjoyed this work very much.
We stand for strength and resilience, okay? It's one step at a time. What is important is moving forward.
To the Champions League, Jose Mourinho returns to Stamford Bridge tonight as he brings his Benfica side to face Chelsea. The Portuguese manager was hugely successful during his 2 spells with the Blues, winning 3 Premier League titles, 3 League Cups and an FA Cup. Now, current Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca is relishing the opportunity to face Mourinho.
Yeah, we make sure, or we try at least to prepare every game to win the game. And hopefully we can do that tomorrow. I feel already quite like to be in some picture at the training ground with the Club World Cup. So I feel already lucky with that after 1 season. But for sure the target is hopefully one day, not only with the Club World Cup, also with the conference, but for sure the target is one day we can all together enjoy this kind of moment. I said probably was the first question, I guess. For me, it's first of all a privilege to represent this club in the Champions League. For sure, it's also a privilege to face a fantastic manager like Jose tomorrow.
I will always be a Blue. I'm part of their history, and they are part of my history. I helped them to become a bigger Chelsea, and they helped me to become a bigger Jose. When I say I'm not a blue, I hope everybody understands it, that I'm speaking about the job that I have to do, tomorrow. But in relation to these pictures, there are not many clubs that do this, because in many clubs it looks like there is a fear of what happened in the past, and there is a continuous transformation of pictures. Sometimes it looks like they want to delete people that made history in the clubs. I think this show that Chelsea is really a big club, because big clubs are also about principles. Let's go tomorrow. Will be my Chelsea until start. Will be my Chelsea after the game. During the game, that's my Benfica, and the only thing that matters.
Obviously a big game tonight, but we've got other fixtures to look forward to on match day 2 of the UEFA Champions League. And of course, Chelsea, they will be up against Benfica at 7 p.m. But it starts with Real Madrid at 4:45 p.m. They take on Kairat from Kazakhstan. Atalanta, they take on Club Brugge from Italy. Marseille, after their defeat to Real Madrid in their opener, they will be hoping to bounce back against Ajax. Inter Milan, they hope to make it back-to-back wins as they face Slavia Praha. And of course, the big one, Chelsea up against Benfica. We've got Galatasaray, who also will entertain Liverpool. Pafos will also take on Bayern Munich. And of course, Bodo Glimt will lock horns with Tottenham Hotspur. And that's your sports on the AM show. My name is Haruna Mubarak. The AM show continues right after this. Please stay.